Diseases, diseases, diseases. You see, over the course of our history, diseases have been the responsibility of about 20 to 50% of all deaths. What's worse, climate change makes more. Climate change impacts human infectious diseases through the host, pathogen, and transmission. The diseases linked to climate change are far beyond the empirical observation of an association between the health and climate effect. Climate change improves the prediction of infectious diseases at various scales. To add on to that, it improves the prediction of associated shifts. However, we may be able to control the health impacts by adopting certain proactive measures. According to NEJM, the 2009 United Nations Climate Change Conference in Copenhagen ended on December 18th without passage of a binding resolution for tackling global climate change. With the debate over U.S. healthcare reform raging, this event went largely unnoticed by the U.S. healthcare community. However, climate change will have enormous implications for human health, especially for the burden of vector-borne and waterborne infectious diseases. Waterborne infectious diseases are strongly affected by climate, just like vector-borne diseases. While there is a drought, water scarcity would result in poor sanitation, and almost all of the population can be exposed to potentially contaminated water. For instance, we have an epidemic of cholera in northern Kenya right now. They are in the wake of a severe drought. Excess flooding and rainfall can contribute to epidemics of infectious and waterborne diseases. In this case, due to poor sanitation resulting from runoff from the contamination of water by livestock or runoff from overwhelmed sewage lines, just like droughts. For instance, the 1993 epidemic of diarrheal disease was due to Cryptosporidium in Milwaukee after heavy spring rains, or the typical seasonality of protozoal and bacterial diarrheal illness. Climate change is exacerbating the spread of disease. According to Columbia Education, some scientists think that climate change, with its increase in sudden and extreme weather events, plays a role in Ebola outbreaks. Dry seasons followed by heavy rainfalls can produce an abundance of fruit have coincided with outbreaks. When the fruit is plentiful, bats, the suspected carriers of the recent Ebola outbreak, and apes may gather together to eat, providing opportunities for the disease to jump between species. Humans can contract the disease by eating or handling an infected animal. We rebel. We fail. We rebel again. We might succeed. This has been climate change's history for as long as we can remember. Some were very close to completely stopping climate change, but we still haven't reached that goal yet. On the other hand, it's too important for us to leave out any of these important times. Movements on climate change. Climate change is one of the biggest problems on Earth as it causes more frequent natural disasters and more long-term weather. Climate change is now causing more frequent wildfires, droughts, and hurricanes. These things can cause the death of millions. Climate change has caused mainly deforestation. To stop climate change, some people have made inventions, bans, protests, boycotts, and more. Inventions. Some inventions made to stop climate change include drones that plant in water plants, massive wind farms, satellites that spot methane leaks, pumps to cool down coral reefs, plastic-eating enzymes, futuristic solar panels, genetic modification, artificial glaciers, power-generating buildings, and much more. Bans. The governments of many countries have banned many things that humans do which cause climate change. Some bans include New Zealand bans offshore drilling, China bans import of foreign waste to stop pollution, Costa Rica bans the use of fossil fuels. Movements and marches. The Green Job Movement, the Green Building Movement, the 2014 UN Climate Summit, People's Climate March in 2017, and much more. People all over the world are now making movements to stop climate change. If this change continues, scientists agree that climate change will end in another century or so.